Get ready for a roller coaster of action. We kick things off with the Orlando Magic's epic playoff collapse. The Magic suffered an embarrassing Game 6 loss to the Detroit Pistons, collapsing from a commanding 22-point halftime lead. We dive into the shocking sequence of missed shots and defensive breakdowns that led to this historic defeat and what it means for the team's future.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALEN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the intensity in the NHL. Following an incredibly exciting Game 6, the Montreal Canadiens are heading into a massive Game 7 showdown against the Tampa Bay Lightning. We break down the epic goaltending performances from Jakub Dobes and Andrei Vasilevsky and what the team leaders are saying about their confidence heading into the final game. Switching gears completely, we're talking about gaming news that you cannot miss. In a surprise move, the Epic Games Store is offering Hogwarts Legacy completely free for a limited time. Find out how you can grab this critically acclaimed action RPG and start your journey through the wizarding world today before this offer disappears. And finally, we switch to the ice for another unbelievable display of high-scoring hockey. Cale Makar returned from injury and scored twice in Game 1 as the Colorado Avalanche overcame a 3-goal deficit to beat the Minnesota Wild in a wild, track meet-like contest. Stay with us to find out how this historic game unfolded and what it means for the playoff picture. The Orlando Magic suffered one of the most epic playoff collapses in franchise history, losing Game 6 to the Detroit Pistons with a final score of 93-79 inside the Kia Center. The game devolved from jubilation to shock and disgust as the Magic succumbed to a devastating second-half performance by the Pistons. Despite holding a significant 22-point lead at halftime, the Magic could not withstand Detroit's tenacious defense in the second half, which effectively stifled Orlando's offensive opportunities. The statistical breakdown of the collapse was staggering. Detroit outscored Orlando 55-19 in the second half, a sharp contrast to the 24-11 margin in the third quarter and a 31-8 margin in the fourth. The offensive struggles were pronounced. The Magic experienced an avalanche of errors, including missing 23 straight field goals, which finally concluded with a free throw attempt by Paolo Banchero. Following this, the team failed to establish a consistent set offense, with Desmond Bane taking ill-advised shots that stalled momentum. This was inconceivable given the 60-38 lead at the break. In contrast, the Pistons energized in the third quarter, led by star Cade Cunningham and a lockdown defense. They held the Magic to just 19 points in the second half, denying Orlando a crucial opportunity to advance to the second round of the series. This loss also meant Orlando missed a chance to become the 5th-8 seed in NBA history to secure a spot in the second round, a feat not achieved since the Miami Heat in 2023. The sloppiness escalated as the lead disintegrated, marked by silly fouls and missed defensive assignments. Key players struggled. Paolo Banchero, who had scored 45 points in Game 5, missed 16 of his 20 shots and finished with 17 points. Jalen Suggs was one of 10 from the field attempts. Cade Cunningham finished the game with 32 points for Detroit, supported by big shots from Duncan Robinson and Tobias Harris, while the Pistons maintained a strong bench contribution. The loss is described as arguably the worst in franchise history and one of the worst seen from any playoff team in recent memory. The Magic face a difficult recovery ahead of a flight to Michigan for Game 7. With the Pistons holding all the momentum, the team must rebound from this heartbreaker. Game 7 tips off Sunday in Detroit, where the Magic will face either the Toronto Raptors or the Cleveland Cavaliers in a potential 7-game series. The outcome hinges on whether the team that built the early lead or the team that self-destructed in the second half will prevail. The Montreal Canadiens enter Game 7 of their first-round, best-of-7 playoff series against the Tampa Bay Lightning with significant confidence following an intense Game 6. The series is tied 14-14, with 4 games decided in overtime, and both teams finished the regular season tied with 106 points. Game 6 was described as a classic, with head coach Martin St. Louis stating both teams delivered their best performance of the series. The game culminated in overtime when Gage Goncalves scored at 9-0-3 to give the Lightning a 1-0 victory. The series winner advances to the second round against the Buffalo Sabres. The contest has been characterized by exceptional goaltending, with Canadiens goalie Jakub Dobes recording 32 saves and Lightning goalie Andrei Vasilevsky stopping 30 shots. John Cooper, Lightning head coach, hailed the game as epic, emphasizing the thrilling nature of the contest, which featured extraordinary saves and intense play. The Canadiens, the youngest team in the playoffs, have demonstrated impressive resilience. Dobes improved his save percentage in the series to .916, while Vasilevsky regained form, reaching a .905 save percentage, which could propel him toward a potential second Vezina trophy this season. Philip Danault and Dobes were cited as the standout performers for the Canadiens. St. Louis offered a positive outlook, suggesting the Game 7 is a chance for the young team to grow and find their footing. The Canadiens possess several advantages heading into the decisive game, including winning 2 of the first 3 games played in Tampa and a superior road record during the regular season. Veteran defenseman Mike Matheson urged his teammates to play without regret, stating, "We played well. We had our chances, we just didn't score. It's going to take 7 games, and we're okay with that." Forward Jake Evans echoed this sentiment, encouraging the team to focus on the positives and enjoy the moment, asserting that they are as good as the established contender. A Game 7 loss would be particularly damaging for the Lightning, who are nearing a window to secure a 3rd Stanley Cup in 7 years. Conversely, the Canadiens have proven they can compete, and the series has opened their window to pursue their first Stanley Cup since 1993. The team has shown composure amidst the high-pressure environment of the series, building significant confidence heading into the final game. In a major surprise for gamers, the Epic Games Store has made the critically acclaimed action RPG, Hogwarts Legacy, available for free for a limited time. This promotion serves as a new opportunity for players who may have missed an earlier free distribution during the 2025 holiday season. The immersive, open-world action RPG transports players into the universe established by the Harry Potter book series, inviting them on a journey through both new and familiar locations within the wizarding world. Key gameplay features include extensive exploration and action-oriented gameplay. For PC users, minimum system requirements have been specified to ensure optimal performance. To take advantage of the offer, interested users must visit the Hogwarts Legacy product page on the Epic Games Store and log into a valid account. Clicking the Get button will add the game to their permanent library. This limited-time free access will remain active until May 3, 2026, offering significant value for a highly celebrated 2023 release. Noi Dung Kai Tight. Denver, Colorado, in a bizarre and high-scoring affair, the Colorado Avalanche defeated the Minnesota Wild 9-6 in Game 1 of their second-round playoff series on Sunday night, a contest that has been described as a chaotic track meet. The game featured an unprecedented 15 total goals, marking the 10th playoff game ever with at least 15 combined goals, and the second since 1994. The intensity saw 14 different players register a goal, tying for the second most in playoff history. The Avalanche secured the victory after blowing a 3-goal lead, with Cale Makar returning from an earlier injury to score twice in the third period, making the score 8-6. Nathan MacKinnon added an empty net goal with just 2:08 remaining to seal the win. /N Colorado coach Jared Bednar expressed bewilderment over the game's nature, stating, "If you scripted that one, I don't know how you do. I can't explain it." Makar himself acknowledged the unusual nature of the contest, saying, "Just a weird game. I don't think we're going to see that again. It's probably a one-off, but glad we were able to stick with it and find a way to win." /N the game unfolded dramatically. While the Avalanche led 3-0 early on, the Wild mounted a comeback, taking a 5-4 lead on a shorthanded goal from Marcus Foligno late in the second period. Devin Toews later tied the game at 5-5 in the second period, making it the fourth game won in playoff history with both teams scoring 5 or more goals through 2 periods. /N/ Captain Gabriel Landeskog noted the difficulty of such games, stating, "It's nice to be able to win games like this. Not necessarily a coach's dream or a player's dream. We don't want to give up 6 goals. It's good to win this one, but we've got lots of things to clean up." /N/ defensive struggles were evident, as both goaltenders faced challenges, though they made timely saves. Scott Wedgwood, who held the league's best goals against average this season, allowed 1 more goal than he did in the previous round. Jesper Wallstedt made 34 saves while Wedgwood made 30. Marcus Foligno praised Wallstedt, calling him a beast, and suggesting the team needed to play faster for him. /N/ Makar returned to the ice after testing his skating following a scary hit from Foligno early in the first period, confirming he was ready for the action. The Wild coach, John Hines, summarized the loss, saying, "Listen, the game was helter-skelter. We lost the game. There are certain areas we've got to clean up and be ready to clean up. If you lose a game, you've got to take the lessons out of it, move on." /N/ Game 2 is scheduled for Tuesday night in Denver.